When it comes to what your family eats and drinks, you know your choices matter. You're the expert because you know what fits your life. And getting it right starts with good information. That's why America's beverage companies are sharing more information about our ingredients at goodtoknowfacts.org. No spin, no judgments, just the facts straight from the experts for more than 140 beverage ingredients. Visit goodtoknowfacts.org.
What's up, guys? Happy Thursday. This is Sean French with the podcast, The Determined Society. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, listen, before we get started, I want to take care of some business. If you find this podcast useful, please, I just ask you to share it. Put it on your Instagram story, your Facebook story. Call your friend, tell them about it, subscribe to it, etc. The only way I'm going to grow, guys, is if you share this content with people. And for those of you that have already done so, I truly appreciate you. Like, I'm looking at my analytics, and this thing is growing because of you guys. I don't spend money on ads. I don't do commercials on my podcast. That's not the way I want to do it, right? So, again, thank you guys so much. And if you don't find it useful, you don't have to share it. But, most of the things that I do share, I would like to think that you would find beneficial. So, you can check us out. We have a Facebook group. It's called The Determined Society on Facebook. And then on Instagram at The Determined Society. All right, guys, so let's get this started. We're going to chat today about non-negotiables, right? So what I also want to do with this specific episode is talk to you how maybe in the past I may have struggled with the non-negotiables myself and what impact it had on me. So that way my story might speak to you guys and you might get more out of the episode this way. So first of all, what is a non-negotiable? Well, guys, a non-negotiable is something that you know without a shadow of a doubt that you have to do daily in order for you to move forward towards your goal or certain aspirations that you may have. If it's a fitness goal, if it's a financial goal, if it's a personal goal, if it's a spiritual goal, that non-negotiable means if you don't do that, you don't move forward towards that goal, right? So what I like to do is I like to pick, more than 3, typically about 5 to 10 every single day that I literally have to do before I go to bed at night. If I don't do them, if I don't do even one of them, it means I didn't win the day. So start small, guys. Know what your non-negotiables are, right? And move forward every single day in doing those things. And be honest with yourself, too. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up. So we know what a non-negotiable is. Now, let me give you an example. For me, it's working out twice a day. That's a non-negotiable for me. Spending time with my family is a non-negotiable for me. Making 10 to 20 contacts for my career every single day is a non-negotiable for me. Moving forward in the Determined Society by posting content, writing things down in a journal, my plans, that's a non-negotiable. If I don't do any of those things, I didn't win my day. And I have to go to bed at night knowing I didn't win that day. Has it happened before? Yep, absolutely. There's nobody on this planet that can sit there and tell you that they win every single day of their life. If they are flat, bold-faced lying to you, and they're full of shit. Because there's zero chance that there's a human being on this earth that wins in every aspect every single day. Now, the goal is if you lose a day, is to wake up and don't make it 2 in a row. That's the true goal. All right, so let's move on. How do I identify what yours are? Well, guys, that's very, very simple. How do you figure out what your non-negotiables are? Well, it's all based on your goals, guys, right? So if your goal is spiritual, whatever it is that you believe in, right? It could be even yoga at that point, all right? Well, doing yoga that day or reading the Bible or doing whatever you need to do to fill your soul with spirituality and connect with the universe or whatever it is, that's your non-negotiable. If you don't do it, then you're not moving forward towards your goal, right? It could be a physical goal. It could be a financial goal, meaning let's say someone has a goal of having $50,000 in their bank account in 7 months. Well, what's going to get you there? Right? That's for you to know. Right? So you would make that your non-negotiable, that action. All right. So the third thing is you want to write them down the night before. Whatever your non-negotiables are for the next day, you want to write them down, right? It's very important that you do so, because if you don't do that, you're going to wake up, and it's happened to me before. You wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my God, I didn't write down my non-negotiables. So you go on this thing where you just find something that you know you can get done. Like, okay, well, I can get that done, and I can get that done, and definitely this and that. Cool. Well, at the end of the day, you don't feel fulfilled because those weren't your true non-negotiables. So write them down the night before, guys, please. It's very important. The exercise means nothing if you don't do that. I promise you. You have to think about it the day before, the night before. Write it down, make it reality. The other thing you want to do is, I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you use I don't care if you use a electronic calendar, or if you're old school like me and you use an actual pencil to a paper, write out your daily plan. For me, I use a daily planner. I block out my time schedule. That's how I do things. Right? I don't use an electronic calendar, because unless I write something down, it means nothing. Like, so my wife always likes to send me electronic calendar invites. I don't use them, right? Sorry, baby. She knows I accept the invite, right? But I don't ever look at them, right? So I have to write everything down for work, for my workouts, for the Determined Society, for the podcast, for the YouTube channel, whatever, pencil and paper, okay? So plan them into your day and cross them off when you complete them. So if you've got 5 tasks for the day, man, listen, check them off as you go along, right? So they're a priority, guys. So you definitely want to schedule them into your day, right? They should not already be a habit. So if you're looking at something like, man, my day's slammed, I don't have time to work out. Well, first of all, you do have time to work out. We got to look at our priorities at that point, right? What do you value most? Do you value other things in your day? Do you value sleeping more than you value working out? What is it? Right? It's different for everybody. So for me, at the very beginning of my journey, of my health journey, I knew I had to wake up at 4 a.m. Because if I didn't wake up at 4 a.m., then I couldn't do everything that I needed to do in my workday, plus get my 2 workouts in. It created too much anxiety and too much like things butting up after another. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to wake up super early so I can get that done, get it out of the way. I can go through my workday knowing I got my first workout in, and then, okay, cool. Then I can do a bookend workout and hit it up in the evening when my babies go to sleep, right? So my point is, that wasn't a habit for me. Now that is a habit. So it's not a part of my non-negotiables. It's just ingrained. Pardon me. I wake up when the alarm clock goes off and I get out of bed. So they shouldn't be a habit. So if you want to get super healthy, right, and you don't work out at all, and you eat like a truck driver, sorry, truck drivers. What I mean is you're going to gas food station and you're just going in the gas food station. I'm not editing this, okay? You go in and you get that piece of pizza from the racetrack or the Wawa and you walk out. That's what I'm talking about, right? Eating at convenience instead of planning things out. So if you're doing that right now and you're not working out, well, then maybe it's just, okay, I'm going to work out once a day. I'm going to schedule it into my day and I'm going to do it. Then the other thing that you're going to do is you're going to say, okay, well, if I don't watch my nutrition and handle that, then I'm going to get stronger by lifting weights and doing all those things. But, I'm not going to be able to see my muscles and I'm not going to lose fat. So the other thing that you want to do for your non-negotiable is, if you're stopping at a gas station twice a day, you want to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to stop at a gas station once a day. Now, you're starting to change your habits that are in a small scale. And I always recommend that, right? So after about a month, you're like, man, I've done great. I've only stopped at a gas station once. And so instead of 60 stops in a month, you've cut it down to 30. You've decreased it by 50%, right? So now the next month, you're like, I'm going to stop at 0 gas stations a day. So in 2 months, you went from 60 stops to 0. That's a non-negotiable. So every single day, when you don't stop at a gas station, you cross it off. That's just an example, right? So I think you guys get the drift there, right? So once something becomes a habit, then move it out of your non-negotiables because you've already created that habit. You've already habit stacked. Now you want to pay attention that you don't backslide into that prior behavior, right? So that means you just have to be more connected with your why, right? What's driving you? Why are you doing this? That's another podcast. And we can do that. We can get to that. But for now, let's stick to the non-negotiables, right? So when something becomes a habit, you remove it from your list, and then replace it with something even more difficult. Okay, cool. I've worked out every single day once, or 5 days a week, Monday through Friday once. Okay, cool. I'm going to push that to Monday through Saturday. And then that Sunday is going to be a walking recovery or whatever it is. See, so you've gone from no workouts in a month to in 60 days, you're doing 6 workouts plus a walk is an active recovery. So you're active 7 days a week now, whereas you used to be active 0. Do you guys get my point here? It's all about doing the exercises of the non-negotiables, but you have to be connected to what you want. What is your goal? What are you looking to move forward on? And at what level, right? Because we want to continue to level up every single time. So that's the crash course on the non-negotiables. Now, so what I want you to do is, like I said, I want you guys to do this for like 30, 60, 90 days. And then tell me what you've created in your life. Write me an email, right? Here's my email, guys. Sean.french@thedeterminedsociety.com. Shoot me an email. Hey, Sean, this was my goal. This is what I created by implementing the non-negotiables into my day. I want to hear those stories. Please share them. Send them to the Facebook group. Put them on there. People post on there all the time. It's an open forum. Now, I'll have to approve the post. If it's not applicable, I won't approve it. But like, your goals are definitely applicable to the Determined Society. Your emotional state is applicable. Everything, your family, it doesn't matter. All that stuff is a part of it. Send a message to the Instagram. Guys, I want to hear about this. So there's your call to action. You've had 2 call to actions. Well, actually 3. Learn your non-negotiables and execute them. Share this episode if it's good. And send me a message. I want to hear from you. Trust me, I do. And I will respond. I'm not one of those guys that says, hit me up, respond. I want to hear from my listeners and my people, and then just bigly and not respond. That shit's garbage. That's fake. I'm not that guy. All right, so I want to see you guys do this for 30, 60, 90 days and share these results with me. And then I want you to make new goals and continue to engage with me. Continue to improve your life. That's what this is all about, guys. I'm not doing this just for me. I want to help people. That's who I am, right? So let's rewind a little bit. These goals or these things could be either spiritual, physical, personal, or financial. Pick one in each category to start. You know what I mean? Let's go. Now, let's get to the meat of it. Well, the fun stuff. So for me, I've always known my non-negotiables. I know it helps me. I played Division I baseball at LSU. I'm a former collegiate athlete. I know what I need to do every single day for me to be well physically and mentally. And many years ago, I got off that train, right? And back in 2016, I look at myself and I was 245 plus pounds. It looks like I was wearing a fat suit. And if you guys watched my video yesterday, you'll see that my liver enzymes are high. So now I'm battling, reversing and lowering those liver enzymes because of past decisions that I made to ignore my non-negotiables. So understand something. When I'm talking to you guys about this and I seem fired up or passionate, it's because I am passionate. I'm fired up because I want to help you guys. I don't want you guys to get lab results and be scared like I was 2 days ago, right? So what happens when I do not follow through with my non-negotiables? So I got super unhealthy, right? I don't want that to happen to you guys. And if it has, I feel you. I sympathize because I'm there. I'm coming out of that season of my life where I ignore my health, and I'm getting as healthy as I possibly can through my non-negotiables, reconnecting with those. So listen, guys, I hope this was useful for you. Just know that I'm right there. I get everything you're going through. Okay? Please share this once again if you liked it. If not, don't. And listen, guys, I'll be back soon. So until the next time, you have a wonderful day. And that's it. That's all I got. Have a good one, guys.